We're looking at the boats right now, and from our angle, it appears that they're side by side or close to being side by side. What are you seeing there?
Very close, Alan, and as a matter of fact, they're getting very close to us now. We're going to start to pull out here in just a moment, try to get to the side of them so you can get a better view, too. But, yeah, the Belle is beginning to move toward the middle of the river now, and the Delta Queen coming up on the Kentucky side, fighting a bit more of that current as the boat sits a lot lower into the water, too.
I can't help but wonder, from looking at the boats right now, it looks like they're both loaded to the brim with passengers. Which one seems to have the heaviest load?
Oh, I'm sure the Delta Queen, it's such a larger capacity boat, but at the same time, you know, they're both filled. Everybody tries to get a ticket and get on both of these boats for this spectacular race, and, you know, one of the greatest events that we have during the Derby Festival. So both of them packed down with lots of people enjoying the great weather as it's turned out to be, and it looks like it's going to be a fun race.
Craig, it's really hard to see from our position in the studio. Have they crossed under the Big Four Bridge? It looked like it to me.
They have, yes, and the Zachary Taylor's escorting
maybe the
Belle
cannon
off a
doesn't
little
work.
bit. Yeah, they have passed the Big Four Bridge and are just to the north side of the bridge right now. And I'm assuming that the Zachary Taylor's giving the Belle a chance to get over to the far side, to the Indiana side of the river before they fire the cannon to let them get into the slight current that's going to be on that side of the river. They really are giving them an advantage.
Greg, you know, we came really close to having this race canceled. I read somewhere today that the water level at the McAlpin locks was 18 feet. Had it been another 2 feet, up to 20 feet, that the race would probably have been canceled.
You're right, and the guys at the Coast Guard meeting this afternoon were saying just that. Their primary concern above everything out here is safety. They want to make sure that both boats maintain their safe distance from each other. They want to make sure that no one is hurt in any way whatsoever during the course of this race. So their primary concern was safety. And yes, we came dangerously close to not being able to have the race this year because of the high water. And the winds have not really helped us out too much either. The chop has gone down a little bit now, but it was really high a little bit earlier.
Remember, Craig, one year they postponed the race. I think that they ran it in June, back in maybe '83 or so.
I think you're right, Jackie. It's been quite a while since we've had to cancel. And, of course, with that heavy rain that we picked up earlier this week, and some areas to our north, closer to Cincinnati, picking up almost 6 inches of rain, it really was in question here for a while.
Craig, have you heard what the estimated time it will take the boats to reach 6 Mile Island on the course that we've set this year?
Not really, Alan, and we were kind of concerned because we're not sure exactly how the wind is going to play into this. The guys at the Coast Guard meeting were telling me that it looked like the wind actually would help the boats as they're facing against the current and kind of equalize it somewhat and actually speed the boats up just a touch, even going upriver, because we had such a substantial wind coming in. As I checked at 5 o'clock, we were having winds coming in at about 21 miles per hour with gusts near 28. So they were expecting that to actually help push the boats up against the current just a bit. And really, it looks like that would play into the hands of the Belle because the Belle is a lighter boat and still occupies quite a bit of space there. The backside of the boat would actually pick up the wind almost like a sail and help push her up there a little bit quicker. So we're not sure if that's going to play out or not. But the winds do seem to have died down just a little bit now.
Craig, how far are they from Towhead Island?
Let's see, Jackie. I'm checking back here, and we're actually passing up alongside of it right now. So we should be coming up on the head of the end of the head of Towhead Island here just a moment. So it should be beginning very shortly. And I'm surprised that we didn't hear the cannon fire already from the Zachary Taylor, but they've been quiet over there.
You know, it must be getting close to start time because you can see the Belle there is really putting out some steam there.
Yeah, and notice how much faster that steam is moving than the boat is.
You're right.
The winds are really pushing it along.
What can you expect when it's loaded like that? My goodness, I'm surprised. It looks like water could easily just lap over the edge from what we're seeing here.
I was surprised, too, Alan. We were coming downriver a few minutes ago to get down here for the start of the race, and we're up on the top of News Yacht 3. That's a good, 10 feet off the water level, and we're getting a pretty good spray up here. The boat crashing through some of the waves as we're coming through, and of course the wind picking up the water as well. Pretty good spray blowing across the boat here.
Well, the water now looks calmer than it was. We took a shot earlier from Bob Dominy and John Belskiff at the water tower, and it really did look pretty choppy up that way, and I imagine it's all pretty much the same, but just full of debris and muddy colored.
Oh, it is. It's very, very muddy, and there's a lot of debris floating through as we're passing by quite a bit over here on the Kentucky side of the river right now. And it has calmed down somewhat. You're right. The chop really is not as bad as it was just a little while ago. The winds seem to have calmed down a little bit.
You know, Craig, a few moments ago, Derek was interviewing one of the Coast Guard officials, and I didn't realize the strategy that goes into this race from the standpoint of the shallowness of the river and also from the Indiana to the Louisville side and how the currents differ. I mean, that's just amazing that's going to be that much of a factor in the race.
Yeah, you know, they say everything's fair in steamboat racing, Alan. And those guys really do get in there and slug it out. Today, I just got a chance to talk to Mike Fitzgerald for just a moment at the meeting this afternoon. And, of course, he always has something up his sleeve. And right now, they've slowed the paddle wheel down over on the Bell considerably. And I'm assuming they're going to kind of hold their position for a moment. Oh, they're beginning to stoke it back up again now. We'll wait. I think we're going to hear the cannon fire any time now. And if it works out the way it usually does, Mike usually has some sort of touch with the Zachary Taylor over there. We'll hear him fire off the cannon here.
Oh,
there it goes.
We saw it, but we didn't hear it. Did you hear it, Craig?
You could see the smoke out of there. We couldn't hear it either.
Hey, well, now you can hear those steamboat whistles roaring.
Signaling the start of the great steamboat race for 1996. It's apparently off here.
All right, we're going to have more live coverage coming up in just a moment. Stay with us.
Stay with us.